Midterm Rentals 2023, what do you need to do to position yourself to be successful? Well, I'm going to give you a couple examples, what I'm doing, and maybe you might be able to implement these into your life. So number one, I'm actually going to be investing in myself. And no, this doesn't mean I'm going to be getting massages and getting my nails clipped or going to a salon and getting my nails painted, which actually doesn't sound too bad at all. But I'm investing more into courses and learning more about specific areas that I don't really know much about and that I want to know more about, like video editing. Like I really want to learn more about editing because I'm just not that good at it and I want to be better. Not only that, but I think courses actually eliminate a lot of the what ifs and scenarios that potentially can help you be better, whether that's you're taking my course or you're taking somebody else's course. I definitely think you guys should spend the time and energy and money that's investing in yourself and your future. And I can tell you right now that investing in courses can help you tremendously grow your business relatively fast.
Today, Junior?
Investing in courses can help you build your business relatively fast because you're able to skirt all the potential issues and damages and lawsuits and whatnot. And these courses can potentially help you be better at your job and not have to deal with the heartaches or the disappointments that other folks have had. Number two, I'm actually hosting a midterm rental summit, you guys, with Furnish Finder. I'm super freaking excited about this. This is going to be April 30th to May 1st in San Diego at the Mission Bay Resort. Who the heck doesn't want to be in San Diego at the beginning of May? I mean, I think this is going to be a really cool event, and I'm going to tell you why. We have folks like Ziana McIntyre, Sarah Weaver, my buddy Rafa Loza, who's the expert in arbitrage, Brian Payne, the CEO of Furnish Finder, and a bunch of other people are going to be up there speaking. And one of the great things is you're actually going to be able to find out where's a good market to operate, how to data analyze these markets specifically. And not only that, but you're going to be able to be around like-minded people, which the midterm rental community is an actual community. Maybe we might not all see each other and shake hands every day, but we can at this event. And I really suggest, and I hope that you guys can make it there, buy your tickets because there's only about 300 seats, which isn't very much. And there's a lot of people in the midterm rental space, and you definitely want to be there. Trust me, guys, this is the only midterm rental summit ever in the world, ever of its kind. One of the other things too, you guys, for 2023 is be intentional about who your guests are. And I think a lot of times midterm rental operators think about things in a different way, which means they think about, oh, I want to get everybody. I want to have everybody stay at my property. And I don't think that's the best way to go about it. If you're wanting to have a travel medical professional stay at your property, be extremely intentional with that specific thought. How am I going to get to these travel medical agencies? How am I going to get to these recruiters? Well, one of the most important things is know that you can actually go on furnishfinder.com and list your property on there and actually contact folks that are unmatched leads that are literally on your dashboard in Furnish Finder. And all these unmatched leads, you can just pick up the phone and dial them and say,
My grandmother, riding by on a bicycle, give me the finger and a duck.
Hey, my name's Jesse. I own a company called AirVenture Hosting Company and I actually serve medical professionals. We help folks find properties, we work with agencies. And one of the two important things that I really need to have are, who's your agency that you work for? Can you tell me what your recruiter's name is? Getting an agency and getting the recruiter is going to give you a ton of information on who you can actually connect with in your market. You're specifically setting your intention on those types of clients. In a lot of ways, we generalize midterm. Like there's a lot of different, business travelers, you got the insurance play, you got the travel nurses. There's a bunch of different sectors you can go into, but I really hope you guys can dial down in 2023 and really focus on what niche of the midterm rental space you're going to focus on. That's incredibly important. And for everybody that's wanting to be successful in 2023, be intentional, you guys. If you're going to go after the insurance plays, the insurance contracts, make sure that you connect with these large agencies like Dan's Housing, ALE Solutions. Narrow that down. If that's what you want to do, be very intentional. The point of the midterm rental space to be big, to get really scale, is to think big. And I really implore everybody now watching this, if you're getting your first unit or you're on your 30th unit, it's huge, you guys. The bigger that you think, the more opportunity you're gonna have. And I know that sounds cliche and it sounds dumb and maybe it sounds like whatever, this guy's like some kind of Tony Robbins knockoff Hispanic version or whatever. Did I just say Tony Robbins Hispanic version? Go deep in your market. And I watch too many investors that will find property that is, I'm gonna give you an example as my market. I'll buy a property in Modesto, and then I'll buy a property 40 miles down the road, and then I'll buy another property in Nevada, and then I'll buy a property in somewhere else. It is way better to actually build a network of properties in like a 20-mile radius than it is to go in separate markets or in a 40-mile radius or a 50-mile, 60-mile radius. So for 2023, think big, think more than one property. If you already have 5 properties, think 10. Be that person or be that agency that calls you and they know that you're always going to have a property available. And not only that, I think it's incredibly important that you start thinking about connecting with other folks that are in your specific market, so that if you do run into a property, that you have something to pass somebody off to. Because this business, you guys, it's built on no vacancy. Like, there's literally hardly any vacancy. And I think a lot of times we forget that, and especially if you're starting and you're just like, am I going to be booked? Am I not going to be booked? And once you get the ball rolling, you start connecting with agencies, you get your clinician in there, you're going to have 90 days at a time where you're booked. I really implore everybody now to think about growing deep in your market. And that's something that I did that's helped me grow tremendously, is I became that one person that was like the go-to person for both the insurance side, for the clinical side. And that's how I really exploded my market. One of the other things too, you guys, is to make sure that you diversify your portfolio. If you got a bunch of 1-bedrooms and that's all you have, that's only one specific type of client. Like, I like to have larger homes so that I have nurses that are traveling in groups, and I niche down even more. And I know that most of you guys know that I do not like that word niche or niche. Diversify your portfolio, just like with anything. Any savvy investor is always going to do that. So if you're picking up studios, pick up a 1-bedroom. If you have 1-bedrooms, pick up a 2-bedroom. If you have 2-bedrooms, pick up a 3-bedroom. This is obviously going to give you a way to offset those properties for whatever reason. If you need to house more folks, or you need to transition or pivot into a short-term rental, or you need to pivot into a long-term rental for whatever reason. A lot of investors that I see, they will only buy 1-bedrooms, or they'll only buy condos, or they'll only rent apartments. So I think that you really should think about diversification as being different assets in itself. So really switch it up and see what works and see what doesn't work, especially if you're arbitraging, because you can always get out of those leases after your time's up or whatnot, if a place isn't performing the right way and you know that in your market certain properties are performing the right way. And this is also why going deep and really understanding your market is going to be incredibly important. And that's what I'm actually going to go into now. Every market has trends, whether it's real estate, whether it's how many people are there, if people are moving out. There's trends with every single market. So for me, when I'm looking at my markets, I'm looking at how many hospitals are here, what level hospital they are. And if you guys have watched any of my videos at all, you know that I talk about level 1 and level 2 hospitals being these high intensive folks that are coming in and out. They're higher acuity hospitals, so they typically have more staff. But do not discredit the level 3s, level 4s. And what I mean by that is you're actually knowing what's happening in your market by connecting with the nurses that are coming in. And how do you connect with the nurses? All the unmatched leads that are on your Furnish Finder. Just pick up the phone and call them. Just ask them, have you found a property yet? What's your assignments looking like? Are there a lot of travelers coming with you? Do you come to this market often? Has there been a big hiring freeze? Is there a strike coming in the market? Or that's one of the things that I noticed is that a lot of these hospitals will have strikes and we'll get just crazy amount of bookings that are coming in or requests. And the only reason why I know that is because the clinicians that I'm talking to on the phone are actually literally telling me, hey, yeah, there's actually going to be a strike at this hospital. It's going to be February 12th and we're being assigned to this now. So there's these little things that'll happen, and the only way for you to know that is to keep your ear to the ground and actually find out what's actually truly happening by the clinicians that are coming in your market. So these are free things that we could do, right? On Furnish Finder, it's free. It's free to call somebody. It's not free to get listed on there. But once you're listed, you can actually reach out to these folks, and I think that's really incredibly important. It doesn't cost any money. It doesn't cost anything to reach out to anybody. It does cost a little bit of pride, and you might get hung up on, and sometimes people are rude.
Thank you for your business.
Well, I hope you learned your
If you want to build a business, you got to get used to that. You got to grow a thick skin, and you have to know how to talk to people. That's literally another thing for 2023. Get used to talking to people. If that's not comfortable for you, for me, I'm an introvert by nature, which is weird because I speak in public I speak in public on a regular basis. And yes, I still have panic attacks while I'm doing it, but I think for me, it's incredibly important to network with other people and to do things that you're a little bit afraid of. And if being afraid of getting in the midterm rental market scares you, it should, but it also, you just have to jump into this business. It's one of those things that you can study. There's not a lot of information on. You guys are watching my channel probably because I'm one of the only people, and I worked in the healthcare industry for 18 years, so I have a different understanding on the contract side, and I appreciate you guys for being here. I also have a course that I'm opening right now, so if you guys are interested in joining the course, there's going to be a link down below. And most of all, incredibly important, you guys go to the MidTerm Rental Summit. You're going to learn a ton of information in this MidTerm Rental Summit. You're going to be able to walk away with tangible information that you can actually not implore. Why am I using implore? I think I'm listening to too much Gary Vee and he's saying implore. You're gonna learn how to analyze the market. You're gonna learn how to connect with the travel nursing agencies. You're gonna hear from the top industry experts in this space on what they're doing for 2023, how they're pivoting, what kind of properties they're buying, what to look for, how to analyze. I mean, the list goes on and on. And not only that, but Furnish Finder, Brian Payne, the CEO, is going to be there talking about the future of the midterm rental space. So I'm going to be speaking up there, which I'm excited about. So everybody, link down below. Please like and subscribe. I look forward to meeting you guys in San Diego, April 30th, May 1st. Don't be late.